You finally get to Saturday. No emails, no errands, just an entirely quiet weekend stretching out in front of you. But instead of relief, your chest feels heavy and your legs get restless. That physical agitation demands an immediate escape. So you start a pointless argument over the laundry, or you lose 3 hours to a mindless scrolling loop just to drown out the stillness. This is relaxation-induced anxiety. It happens when a body accustomed to high alert status perceives a quiet, low-stimulation environment as a dangerous lapse in security. This creates what researchers call a happiness gap, a specific distrust of joy because it feels unfamiliar and unprotected. For a trauma survivor, the higher the peak of happiness, the more terrifying the potential fallback into distress becomes. This rejection of calm isn't a personality flaw, and it's certainly not a sign that you secretly enjoy the stress. Your nervous system is simply acting as a bodyguard trained for a war zone. When you move that guard into a peaceful room, it doesn't stand down. It gets disoriented and scans the silence for a hidden threat. The contrast avoidance model explains this. After chronic stress, your brain fears the sudden drop from a happy state into a devastating one. To protect itself, it creates a plateau of constant worry. This elevated negative baseline prevents any sudden, sharp emotional crashes. In this hypervigilant state, relaxing feels like dropping your armor in an open field. Your brain perceives that vulnerability as a literal threat to your survival. Biologically, the physical exhaustion of constant anxiety feels much safer than the unpredictable danger of letting your guard down. This makes worry a highly effective, though draining, emotional shock absorber. It trades your capacity for joy for a guarantee of predictability. While your psychology is building shields, your biology is managing a chemical flood. Surviving chaos requires a steady supply of cortisol and adrenaline to keep your heart rate up and your attention narrowed. Over years of living in survival mode, the body habituates to this high-octane hormone profile. When the environment finally gets quiet, that chemical feed stops. The resulting stillness can feel like a literal withdrawal, triggering physical restlessness and unease. This middle band is your window of tolerance, the optimal zone to stay present. But prolonged trauma makes this window much narrower. Now, even a quiet room pushes your system out of the safety zone into a spike of hyperarousal or a numb shutdown. In a traumatized system, low stimulation environments generate a structural alarm that triggers an immediate physiological search for the next crisis. Because this alarm system is biological, you cannot simply think your way back to calm. To stop the cycle, the body must experience a physical sensation of safety first. You can find that sensation by targeting the vagus nerve. It's the primary wire of your parasympathetic nervous system, acting as a manual override for the fight or flight response. One of the fastest ways to engage it is through extended exhalation breathing. Making the exhale twice as long as the inhale creates a slow, controlled release that signals the heart to decelerate. This physical action bypasses the overactive brain entirely, speaking directly to the nervous system to manually reset the trauma response. If you're in a high anxiety spike, cold water face immersion triggers the mammalian dive reflex. This ancient survival mechanism forces a rapid shift into a restorative parasympathetic state within seconds. Over time, you can expand your capacity for joy through positive affect tolerance. This involves exposing yourself to tiny, manageable drops of quiet and practicing the skill of being okay when things are good. Recovery involves proving to your body, through weeks of consistent daily practice, that the other shoe isn't going to drop the moment you close your eyes. For anyone who has survived high-stakes environments, rest is a physical skill that must be actively and patiently relearned.
Thank you for watching. Remember, you are worth the time it takes to slow down, listen within, and care for yourself. If you found this helpful, please subscribe for more mindful insights. Until next time, take gentle care of yourself.